Awesome, guys. So we're recording right now. Today is June 11th. We're going to dive into training, closer training specifically. Today's topics are going to be compliance. We're going to go ahead and engage you guys at a different level. But before we go ahead and do that, I want to review a call. Right, Dylan? You want to go ahead and do that? What's your intro? Let's go ahead and dive into that.
Yep, let's do it. Who wants to volunteer?
Someone from the new batch. New batch.
We did new batch last time, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we can do
did.
it again. We can do it again just to have another example, and then going forward when we onboard everybody, we can do something.
Mommy, let's sleep again.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody volunteering here? I suggest new batch listen to Jean Lee's call from Hodswan. Cool, we'll do that. Here's the thing though. Does anyone know who the prospect is? Jean Lee, are you here? Deepak. Deepak, okay. And here's something I'm noticing right now, guys. So before we go ahead and dive into this, I want everyone to get up, stand up. I love doing this before we do this. Stand up, let's loosen up a little bit because we're about to get learned, guys. You guys are about to listen to some things that are going to be changing your closing style, your overall performance, how you make some money on the phone. Go ahead and stretch out a little bit. Jump around. That's it. That's all we got to do.
Dragon Ball Z clip before we get started.
Yeah, anything like that. And I want some of you guys that are home, right? I see like a lot of closed cameras. I want to see you guys open up your cameras, really get engaged here, really kind of go ahead and have that focus, right? You know, you're here. It's the classroom. This is where the work gets done. This is where you go back and go backstage and you go ahead and implement everything. So I want everyone to know that. I want you guys to be 100% confident with this. I want you guys to anchor this into your brain, anchor this into your core, your identity, everything you guys have. So the faster you guys can do that, the better. Give me a second here. I need to log into VanillaSoft. So as I go ahead and get this pulled up, does anyone have any sales related questions? It's gonna take a couple minutes. You need to fire up your laptop.
I had a question.
Sure. Shoot.
Yeah, I think it's a very simple one, but I get stuck personally when I ask them what particularly interested checking out the webinar. They say, "Oh, I just want to see if it made money." And I think a question I get stuck is like, how do I get deeper? It's like instead of saying why were you looking to make more money, or what are you currently doing that you don't feel like you want to make the income that you want? What's some questions that you can direct but still get deeper with that question?
Cool. So everyone respond in the chat what you guys think would work. We can go over some of that, and then I'll tell you what I would say.
All right.
And again, this is outbound, right?
Yes.
Jim, basically, I think I would go with something like that. So, hey, man, yeah, absolutely, man. I completely get it. You know, obviously, money is going to be the vehicle for freedom. I know, obviously, money is awesome. But, you know, is this the first time you're looking into something like this, or have you looked into something before? So this is kind of initially off the bat as you're building the investigation questions, right? Getting a better feel of who they are.
Right.
Yeah, so if they're bringing up like, oh, yeah, I'm going to see if this makes any money. Or if they just say, oh, got it, elaborate more. You mind just elaborating? Like, interesting, awesome. But yeah, I like turning it into a question so you can get it out of the way. Oh, awesome, man. Yeah, absolutely. You know, there's a lot of people that make money online. And, you know, is this the first time you're looking into something online in terms of a course and a program that's going to bring you there? Or have you looked into other things before? Because this identity shift is going to bring you into the course of, oh, man, I've invested in everything online. I've invested in MLM. I'm invested in this. I'm invested in that. All right, got it, man. You know, I want to make sure that you know that this is not going to just be information. This is going to be something different because it's going to be the pre-recorded modules, but you do have the Facebook community. You have a lot of other things I'm going to dive into. So you would agree with me that for you to be successful with this, it's going to take a whole level of dedication, a whole different level of commitment, and a whole different John Lee or a whole different Happy So to make sure that this is going to be possible. Is that right? Yeah, it is. Awesome, man. Awesome. And then just keep going on to what you're saying. Some pretty good stuff here.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Of course, man.
Hey, Stoli, I got a question if we still have time.
Yeah.
Hey, man, my biggest issue right now is creating urgency. It seems like a lot of these prospects are what Jordan Belfort calls power prospects. Like they feel like they have all the power because they can do this whenever they want. I'm used to selling things where we have crazy urgency. We do big drops and we make good reasons for those price drops.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know, what tools do we have for creating urgency without drops?
Ooh. Put this in the chat, guys. What would you guys do? This is a great question. Veteran, step up. Bonus classes. Yes. Yeah, man, I want to make sure you get access to the bonus classes because, that's something that I can only honor for the duration of this call. And, I want to make sure that Kevin David knows that, man, because I'm going to go back to the team and communicate to them that, that I know that you're going to be at least committed to this, right? So there's a difference between interested and committed to a solution. I want to give you the best solution here. And in terms of a solution, if that's going to take something like a bonus, obviously want to create urgency. But Dylan, chime in on this as well.
No, I mean, you're exactly right. The bonuses, right? You can even leverage him greenlighting your first product. You say, hey, one of the bonuses stuff for Amazon is Kevin Davis going to greenlight your first product. You can use that as leverage. But I mean, essentially the same thing, right? If you guys watch the webinar, just like you have a stack, right? You can leverage the stack to your advantage to create urgency, as well as the discount, right? I always leverage the discount, it's just because it's $19.97. I'm not sure what he jumped the original price up to. What is it? Was it Niels? Is it $4,997 now?
Yeah, it's like $3,998.
Yeah,
right,
so like $4,000. Okay, yeah. So so right now, it's 50% off. If you realize before, last time our discount was leverage the fact that only a month ago it was less than the price is now. So Kevin David, periodically when he runs these specials and stuff, there's no telling when the price is going to be what it is. So right now for today, it's 50% off of 4,000, and that's subject to change.
Right.
Thanks, guys.
But just kind of a pro tip for you guys is when it comes to creating urgency, is not just urgency about the discount. It's not just urgency about the bonuses, right? It should be urgency about their goals and the pain that they're in.
Yeah. The urgency to get out of where they're at right now. That's the biggest part. I want to make sure you guys completely understand that. Because that's not just, oh yeah, well, this deal's not going to be here for forever. That's going to come up by sip. Like, no, man, there should be some urgency. What's the deeper reason that they got on the call? Right? They want to find a solution to all this shit they've been dealing with. Any other questions as I'm trying to get this up still? Juggling 2 laptops right now.
I had a question about gut checking.
Okay.
So some prospects that are genuinely interested in the program and they want to join, but you can kind of see they're just saying, yeah, I want to join. Yeah, sure. Instead of saying, well, is that something you seriously want to do? They're like, sure. Yeah. How you gut check them by respectfully say, are you saying yeah as in just a nice way saying, yeah, I'm just gonna check it later, or are you just saying yeah because it's something serious? Like, how are you guys gut check it when someone's compliant and you're being respectfully persistent like Niels is, right? but some people are just like, yeah, whatever kind of thing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So you just call them out on it. So, if their goal is, if they're telling you that they really want to stop making ends meet, they want to double their income, and let's say doubling their income is another $5,000 a month, and then like, okay, do you really want to do this? They're like, sure. I'm sorry, what was that? Sure. It's like, oh, and let's say their name Niels. Oh, okay, Niels, is that sure, or is that sure? Yes, I'm really committed to building a business that's going to generate me $5,000 a month. That's
Right.
going to allow me to spend more time with my wife and my family and stop living to paycheck. Is it that sure, or is it just sure?
Bring back the pain points. Well,
Just
yeah.
and just calling out, right? Because there's a difference, right,
Yeah.
in the tonality. If their tonality is there, you need to address that and let them know. Is it something that, like, yes, I'm committed, I'm showing up, and I'm going to build a business that matters and take care of the situation, or is it just, sure, like I want to do this, and I'm just going to dabble because Mr. Whoever, like if you're just a person that's dabbling, that's fine. But I want to make sure that we're going to be able to help you get results and that you're serious about this. And at that point, if they're just going to flat out tell you, they're going to be like, oh no, I don't really care. Like, I'm not really serious about this. Okay, cool. Wonderful. Then you saved yourself from wasting your time.
Right. Nice insight. Yeah. Thank you.
I'll take one more question.
Oh, I have one. Okay. So mine is that I had a prospect before where he seemed like he was interested in DCS, and then 2 calls later, he didn't pick up until the 3rd time. And like Bumo said, he had kind of like a, yeah, okay type of vibe and all. But then when I asked him about it, because I sent him the webinar, he's like, yeah, it's just a lot of work. I'm not interested. So, and then pretty much I left it off from there because he's just like, oh yeah, it's too much work. So on my end, did I do something wrong, or I could have actually dug more into it?
At what point in the call did he say it?
Oh, it's like pretty much, okay, so if I recall how the call went, I asked him, hey, so-and-so, blah, I did my intro. Just want to follow up to see what you thought of the webinar that you saw for Digital Course Secrets. And then he said, it's a lot of work. I don't want to do it.
So that's exactly what he said?
Yeah.
Got it. So what I'm hearing right now is you're willing to stay in the same situation that you're at right now, then going ahead and launching your course and making possibly thousands of dollars online. Is that right? Gut check. And he goes, yeah, I'm actually 100% fine. And they're like, all right, got it, man. It sounds like you have everything set up. Sounds like your life, you're making some good income where you're at, man. So if you need any help with Kevin David and you actually want to change your mind and go into this, I'll be here for you, man. But right now, it sounds like you're absolutely okay with that. Is that right? Is everyone seeing what I just did?
Yeah.
Right. So what you're telling me is you're willing to stay where you're at, then investing with Kevin and launching a course online to make thousands of dollars and own your own business, right? And he goes, yeah. I'm like, okay, man, I just want to clarify and confirm that we're on the same page because we do have some things that are happening right now with Kevin David. So at the moment, you currently have a job and you're living pretty comfortably and you're generating income that you want. Is that right? And he says, yeah. Okay, man, no problem. If you do ever want to get another income stream coming in, if you ever want to start a business or at least start something online, we're here for you. Again, my name's Patrick from Kevin Davis. Do you have any other questions before I hop off the phone? Boom. Stuff's tattooed to the back of my brain.
Yo, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Nope. Gonna watch this over and over again.
Yeah, that's the kind of mentality you gotta have, right? That's gotta be there. So you're willing to stay where you're at. So you're willing to stay there. Is that right? And have them claim it. So let's go ahead and pull up the call now. Grab another soft up on this the right laptop. It doesn't crash this full entire laptop. We'll see what happens. Okay.
Still getting it pulled up, Stoli?
Yeah, 1 second. I'm right here right now. Just trying to find it. I gotta go back a little more in time. All time. And now I'm gonna find it and search bar. Boom. What the hell is going on here? Got it. You guys ready? Eagerly waiting? You guys hear that? All right, so this is a follow-up call. Is that right, John Lee? All right, got it. I'm about to say that the intro was nowhere near to the caliber it should be. Okay, you called. That's fine, man. So I'm assuming that he was in the middle of something and you called him back? He was at the store? Cool.
I can't even hear that.
What do you mean you can't hear it? Is it too loud and muffled?
Yeah, I just hear muffled.
All right, so go ahead and unmute yourself, Jean-Lee, and just give us a background on the call prior to diving into this, because there's a lot of things that he's unraveling right now.
Okay, so what do you want to know?
Just the basis of the call, what happened.
So the first call was I called him and it used to be Sam's prospect, but I don't think he's with us anymore. So then I was like, hey, this is John Lee. I know that one of our team members, Sam, helped you out before, and like basically I was like, I'm now Sam's manager. And then I asked him like, what happened? And then he was like, oh, it wasn't a good time for me, so I did. It was like my grandma was sick, and then like he was a really nice prospect. So then I just dug deep into that, and then basically like he was closed on the first call. It was just like the money problem, and the whole second call is about overcoming his money objection.
Okay. And how long was the first call?
Like 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh. You got a 30-minute call and an hour call.
Yeah, the money objection on the second call is like 73 minutes.
Let's do this, though. You want to listen to the first half of the call to see what he does? Because I think the second half is going to be not as much value here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's fine.
7 minutes on the first one, an hour and 13 on the second one. All right, let's see what we can do here to help you out. Let me know if you guys can hear this in the chat. You guys can't hear that?
Nope.
God damn it, dude. This is really cool, man. I think I got a problem with this with the other laptop. 1 second, guys.
Wow, I hear that.
You hear what?
All the boofing and noise.
Yeah, what's happening is probably this laptop can't take the audio out and then put it into the same mic.
Sounds like you're wrestling somebody, dude.
I'm gonna have to. This is gonna suck though because I'm gonna have to start another Zoom. If something happens. Fuck.
Stoli, do you want me to play it on my end?
Yeah, Rodolfo, if you can do that, that would be awesome, man.
All right.
I'm gonna send you the. Do you already have it up?
No.
I'm gonna send you really quick. 1 second. I'm gonna send you the contact ID. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Okay.
Oh, thanks for that, Rodolfo. I appreciate that. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties here.
Neil, and see, even Niels is making fun of you, bro. I can read his lips.
Usually, Stoli SmackDown, Olympus Stadium. Let's go. Let's freaking go. So yeah, someone can play it on their end because this Dell computer that we have is just not working out. Mac for the win. I'm not using the Mac.
Okay, which one are you saying? The 1 hour one?
No, we're gonna go to the one where it's 47 minutes.
47.
Yeah.
Hey, Deepak, this is Johnny with Kevin Davis.
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, so the reason for the call today is Kevin noticed that you registered for on FBA training back in school, but you didn't even get a chance to book a call with our team yet. It wasn't something on our end, was it? Oh, no, it was just the timing was, my end was wrong. Okay, and I also have on file here that you talked to one of our members, Sam. Right, so Sam's been offboarded and I'm his manager, so it's been on my shoulders now to take over his calls. So I'm just calling today to see if I can help you with anything. Honestly, I've been just been
Stoli, can you mute?
But I'm trying to take a little bit of break off from that so I can figure out what I need to do next, and then it's really just the timing of everything. So it just wasn't the right moment. Oh man, that doesn't sound good. Like, what's going on?
Pause for a second, Rodolfo. All right. So what do you guys think about his intro? Put it in the chat. How did he handle the first 30 seconds there? Yeah, I thought it was pretty solid. He didn't stutter at all. Didn't sound uncertain at all. Highly good turnout. What's someone on? Was it right? That was really good. Good stuff. Pretty solid. Rodolfo, just turn up the volume a little bit more here and just crank it if you can. I'm not sure if it's maxed out, or just crank it up a little bit more.
Okay, that's the max.
Okay, our prospect should know about a member that's been offboarded. No. Well, he's basically saying that. So I would have said in that terminology, yes, they shouldn't know, but in that term, I'll let that slide once, but just to let them know that, yeah, we had a member that, is no longer with us. That's completely fine. I'll be taking care of it. That's fine. Good tonality, very approachable. Yeah. Ha ha ha. Yes, he's been offboarded. LOL. This guy. Keep going, bro. Rodolfo, let's play.
All right.
Well, for a while my computer was acting up, and then so I just recently got one, and then timing with my grandmother just recently had a stroke, so I got to be able to take care of her now instead of concentrating on online stuff. So, oh man, I'm really sorry to hear that. So is this I can only imagine what you're going through. So, I mean, it does sound like a really bad time. So, yeah, I don't want to invade into your private life. So is this something that you're no longer interested in at this point, or what's going on, Deep? I think at the moment, I'm just trying to figure out what the next step is, because I know.
So is this that you're no longer interested in? Oh, you're giving him an out, man. You're giving him an out. Just letting you know that, right? Well, right now, this prospect seems pretty easy. Not giving you any friction up front. Because when you say, he's like, oh, yeah, Kevin David, right? Oh, yeah, I know him, right? It's a good thing to leave on him. the terminology like, hey man, yeah, I know your grandmother just had a stroke. I'm so sorry for that. Now, would you be able to prioritize something like this, or are you going to focus on helping out your grandmother? Two options, right? Look at the two-legged, right? Always think two-legged here. Okay? Usually what I would say actually would be like, yeah, man, I'm completely sorry for that. And, you know, I want to make sure I'm crystal clear here. Are you going to be taking care of your grandmother, or can you still prioritize something like this? Always the last leg is what you want them to do. Kind of like an embedded command. Or would you be able to go ahead and be willing to dedicate the time and effort to prioritize something like this to start your online business that you've been thinking about? What are they probably going to say? The second thing, right? Yeah. I think I can do this. Hey, man, because right now, from what I'm hearing, you're telling me that first. That's my biggest concern, because that's coming out. That's always, when they show up to the call with baggage, or when you go ahead and they're bringing up baggage, oh, yeah, that's my concern, man. I want to make sure that you can commit to this. You're doing this successfully with a clear head and comfortable, and you're not going to have any of that baggage with your grandmother coming into the business. Wouldn't you agree? Is that right? Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. Awesome. What happened there? What happened there? Put in the chat. What happened there? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. Rapport, head nods. So far, so good. Just those little things, a little language. Make sure you dial in on that. Let's keep going.
What the next step is, because I know right now she said the best thing for me to do is get a job that's quick and something that because right now the house that we're in that we were supposed to pay in for was going to be off on my shoulders now because she won't be able to work.
Okay. Yeah, I'm really sorry to hear that. Did you just say that your grandma passed away?
No. I'm saying that she won't be able to work, so I'm going to be having to take care of the whole house for rent.
Okay. And are you
And the house, the townhouse that we're in is like $3,500 a month. So.
And are you the only person that's gonna be paying for that rent?
Most likely.
Wow. That's hard.
Yeah, and recently I just lost one of my jobs, so I'm trying to find a job that's quick so I can get back onto being able to pay for it. And because we may have to downsize, and I know it's gonna break our hearts losing this place. So.
Oh, man, so that's hard. So you're juggling like two jobs, and I know you just lost one of them, and you're also taking care of your grandma, and at the same time you want to keep that house because you don't want to break her heart, right? But I mean, like what's your plan, man? What's the next move?
Let me grab that real quick. Sure. Reception. So as of right now, I'm just trying to find a job that pays decent that way, because I know I want to downsize, because I know I won't be able to afford the rent here.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, this is the house that she's been living in for the last however long. I can't exactly remember, but so losing, like, she does not want to downsize, and so I'm going to be responsible because her daughter doesn't even know that she's recently had a stroke because she didn't want me to tell her. And so,
yeah. And you mentioned this was your grandma, correct?
Right.
And what's your relationship with her daughter? Is that your auntie?
That's my mom.
Oh, that's your mom. Okay. So, wow. I mean, that's really hard on you. I mean, so back in April, what motivated you to, get into Kevin David and watch his webinar?
Pause.
I've been wanting to get in.
What time are we at?
4 minutes, 55 seconds.
Right, so 4 minutes and 55 seconds. Now we got back on the straight line, right? You could have saved yourself the pain probably like 3 minutes ago. Yeah, I feel like there was a little bit too much sympathy, right? Oh man, oh your grandma. Oh, is this the relationship? I completely got that, man. He said it multiple times, right? You don't want to over communicate that. I know what I feel like you're trying to do. What I think you're trying to do is bring them down to the pain. Well, then when you're able to go to level 3 and then ask them questions, there's no need to do that here. What you want to do within that time frame is really get a time. What you want to do within that time frame is get the time frame. Where have you been working before? What are you doing right now? Have you looked into anything else before? What kind of character do they have? What's their identity? If they were learning from Kevin David, do you think that he's going to apply this stuff? Is he willing to get 2 jobs to fund this? What is his situation like right now? We already got that. Yeah. All right. What else now? We know that his grandma had a stroke. How about him? Let's talk about him. Let's talk about this guy here. Did he do compliance? Not yet. Not yet. Let's keep going. Let's see what happens.
So, wow, I mean, that's really hard on you. I mean, so back in April, what motivated you to, get into Kevin David and watch his webinar?
Well, I've been wanting to get into Shopify accounts because that was, or at least Lumen, either Shopify or, what's the other one? Lumen, something with an L, I can't remember the name of it. But I had a job. I was like, okay, I can get this Amazon business going. That way there's a side thing that I could make money. So in case something happens with this job, I could have something to fall back onto.
I see. So it was a way for you to, because you were looking for a side income to, support yourself and also like not have to work the 2 jobs, right?
Correct.
I mean, what are you doing right now for work?
Well, right now I just lost the only job I had because they closed the store down that I was at. And the location where it's at, the location was perfect because I didn't have a car, so I was able to walk there. But the location that they're moving to is at least an hour away. So unless I get Uber every day, then that's going to add up.
Yeah, it's pretty far, like Ubering every day, it adds up. You don't want to walk an hour every day, right?
Well, that's not walking, that's just driving.
Oh, so it's an even longer walk.
Right.
like a 3-hour, 4-hour walk.
At least 3-4 hours, yeah.
Wow, man, that's cool. So what are you looking into doing? Because I know you're looking for a new job. What are you looking to do? Just a part-time job or something?
Maybe a part-time job, and then I was thinking about, everybody's telling me to join the military, but I'm kind of against not really wanting to join the military, even though that could be a good opportunity for me. But being gone, not being able to secure my grandmother while in the military is gonna,
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. Right. Yeah, Deepak, I mean, it sounds like you want to take care of your grandma, but also be able to make that type of money to, keep that house that she's been living in for a long time, because otherwise you're going to have to downsize, right? I mean,
right.
Let me ask you this then, if everything goes as planned, what would you prefer? What would have to happen for you to be happy?
Being able to make enough that I can help her with her house, but I want to eventually move out because I want to have my own life and not be restricted. But at the same time, I also want to take care of my grandmother also.
Mm-hmm. So you want to make enough income to support and pay for the house, but also have free time to stay at home and take care of your grandmother, right?
Correct.
And do you think that, going out and finding a job is going to allow you to do that right now?
No.
So,
probably not.
I mean, so what's going on, man? I mean, you have big dreams here.
Pause it. Where are we at here? Can anyone tell me where we're at? Put in the chat, please. Goals, question mark, Golden Gap. Goals and rapport, goal. What would need to happen for you to be happy? Goals. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Dylan, what's your feedback so far as I'm going to be going ahead and filling this out? So I'm going to give him great intro. KD has not been leveraged yet. The rapport is there. I think we're getting to goals and gap right now. But
he did say like what really interests you into Kevin David and watching the webinar. So he kind of leveraged him.
I'm going to give him an orange for that.
That's fine.
Fine with everything. Okay. How do you think he's doing right now?
Good. I mean, I like how he laid out the situation and just flat out asked him, do you think getting a job's going to help you do that? And the guy's just like, no. So bringing that to the table was actually really smart.
Yeah. So the vibe I'm getting from John Lee right now is kind of like you know how to close by just confronting the situation. But there's a reason why this call is 47 minutes, and there is a reason why the other call is an hour and 17 minutes, man. You're kind of
short net.
You're kind of repeating things, trying to see what the pain is, see if he slips up, sees what happens. I don't know. That's just the feel I'm getting right now. You're good. I like the way you're closing right now. It's good. But just reflect on what they say, then clarify. Reflect on what they say, then clarify. And keep going down the 8 steps. And this guy would have been closed a little bit earlier. Like, I mean, dude, you're closing great. That's awesome. But again, time and energy, right? You become better without your closing style. You become better with that as you understand the 8 steps better in the back of your brain. You can start sorting these people. Oh, okay, he was a course hopper. Oh, okay, he just lost his job. Oh, okay, he's a high school person trying to make money. So this guy's retired. He has a 401k, right? You're going to start sorting these people and really knowing how to handle every single situation. It's your first.
Before I came home, not other than the lunch I had.
Who's that? All right. Anyways, that being said, let's keep going on here, Rodolfo. We're gonna go another 20 minutes and then do a quick Q&A and we'll end training.
Correct. And do you think that going out and finding a job is gonna allow you to do that right now?
No.
So
Probably not.
I mean, so what's going on, man? I mean, like you have big dreams here to take care of your grandma and also pay for the house, but you're going to look for a job that's not really, like correlating. So I don't know. Like, help me understand here.
So, like, for a while, I've been wanting to go because she's been she's been talking to me about, don't get into the Shopify stuff because you're probably going to just waste time. And I'm like, well, I've seen people make money doing this. And so it's like, she keeps saying negative things about it. And so I'm like, you know what, maybe it'll make her happy. That way I can get a part-time job that can pay and then have this as a side or something to fall back onto, knowing later on it'll start making money.
So it sounds like your grandma doesn't want you to do Shopify or Amazon FBA. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's what I'm thinking. Because I would definitely want to, because I know it will make money and get me where I want to go. But but she wants me to get a physical job because she doesn't believe in Amazon affiliate or Shopify because she thinks it's going to take too long for me to start making money.
And it sounds like, you just said that you definitely make money off it, and I'm liking that confidence, right, and that commitment. So, Deepak, let me ask you, like, how much do you know about Amazon FBA and Kevin David so far?
I honestly haven't had time to spend on it. I've been looking for a new job, and trying to figure out what I'm going to do next. And recently I just got my laptop working again, so I was actually working on trying to get Shopify running back again. But I wasn't too sure what the difference between Amazon affiliate versus opening an account with Shopify.
Okay, so let me ask you then, are you, because there are two different things, right? So it says here that you signed up for Kevin Davis Amazon FBA training, but you're mentioning Shopify a lot. So which one are you really looking to get into?
That's what I'm not sure because I've been only working with Shopify, so I wasn't too sure what the difference really was. Because I was thinking it was a Shopify, like Amazon affiliate was linked to Shopify. But I'm hearing it's not.
Right, so no, it can get confusing, right? So Shopify is you open your own store and then you pay for inventory first, and then you get people to come to your store and you buy it at like, basically you're flipping a lot of things at a mass amount, right? Right. You buy inventory for cheap and you sell it for higher. And with Amazon is, Amazon FBA is fulfillment by Amazon. So basically you host your website. You host your store on Amazon account, like the Amazon website, and there are millions of transactions a month on Amazon, and millions of people go on there every day. So you get more natural traffic through your store. And what the difference with Amazon FBA is, you hold no inventory and you don't even see any of the products. So once people buy from your store, then you pay for the products to be manufactured, and Amazon will ship those products from the makers right to your customers, right? So in this whole thing, you don't even see the inventory at all. So that's the difference between Amazon and Shopify. So which one of those sounds better to you?
Well, I've been reading things about Shopify because I've been looking at it saying, oh, you don't have to touch the product, you don't have to, because it's all drop shipped. And like I was reading saying, oh, they're gonna, you don't have to pay for the product until after they already buy it. So the customers say they need to order it. But honestly, both of them sound really good to me. But I don't know if right now, since I don't have technically a store. So how would that really work with Amazon? Because technically I don't have a store. So would I need to open these stores through Shopify and then have it linked with Amazon?
So Shopify and Amazon are two different things, right? If you do Amazon FBA, it's completely different. And you do Shopify, that's different. There's no link in between. And well, you could link it if you want to, but there's no link required. So, and about the store thing, it's all virtual. So, I mean, is the store thing what's stopping you?
Pretty much because right now I'm trying to get started with a lot of things. Because I know the kind of store I want to have, like what kind of products I want to do. And
all right, so where are we at?
Yeah.
Guys, put in the chat where are we at in the 8 steps.
Someone said Pluto.
Waiting for it. Yes, that's exactly where we're at. We're not talking about anything in terms of helping in the solution. Now, you guys might say, well, Stoli, what are you talking about? Of course we are. You're explaining to him something that he should already know prior to the call. The best thing you can do right now, and push tax right with, is give him homework, man. Hey, man, you know what? For you to really understand what's going to be best for you, can you at least commit to me to do this one thing? I'm going to send you a video on Amazon. I'm going to send you a video on Shopify. You can decide which is best for you. Can you do that? Awesome, man. Awesome. Because I know you don't have a job right now. You can at least commit a couple hours. So can you go ahead and make sure? I'm going to send you an email right now. Can you confirm your email? All right, got it. So I got your email. Are you available at this time tomorrow so we can go ahead and follow up just to make sure you have the best game plan together and go ahead and do that? Awesome, awesome. Okay, awesome. Great, great. So here we go. Just make sure we're going forward that you're going to commit to me that you can put 3 questions down in order to make sure that you can clarify this. There is not a risk of letting go if there's not a risk if you let him go for home loan. Because you anchor back. And the reason why I'm letting you know this, man, is because I want to help you. to make sure that this is going to be possible. I want to make sure you can help your grandmother. I want to make sure you can pay rent. Wouldn't you agree? Yes. When they confirm that and they commit to that, you're going to go ahead and call them tomorrow and answer the phone.
Yep. And answer Hot Swan's question, right, is think of it as instead of taking the time to explain, especially stuff that you don't know anything about, you're able to test their commitment level. It's shortening the time. Because take it this way. What if you explained everything and you got an hour and a half into the call and then they don't buy?
Yeah.
You wasted an hour and a half, explaining all this stuff compared to if you just give them homework, it's gonna solidify the relationship with them and Kevin David, solidify which route's gonna be best for them. And because it's such a short amount of time, you're really testing their commitment level. If they get on the phone, there's a higher chance of closing them because they're taking all the necessary steps and commitments that you're asking them to do. Hopefully that makes sense.
Say that again? No, we got that. Yeah, so I want everyone to understand here, right? Like, John Lee, this is a close, bro. Like, I'm more not discounting that. How do we shorten the close? How do we improve the close? How do we trim the fat? How do we make sure that this guy, that you're coming with authority and tone, right? Because you're trying to close, like, you tell me, man, you help me out. When you say you help me out here, you know what he's going to do? He's going to go in whatever direction he wants. Any direction he wants. So I want to make sure that you guys understand that. Yeah, I'm going to have that mindset from now on. Yeah, because right now we're not anyone. I don't think we're anyone in the 8 steps. I don't think we really hit this home at all. I don't think we hit gap at all right now. I think this happens in the second call. Re-leverage hasn't been used yet. I don't know what happens here with budget close and game plan, but we're not really there yet. So Dylan, should we just go fast forward a little bit and see what happens in the call?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
All right, so what minute are we at right now, Rodolfo?
13 minutes.
Let's go to like 35.
8, 8. At least 8.5.
Right. So you mentioned motivation, and it would be the commitment, right? Like one person.
Oh, right.
They both learn, right? Commitment, and motivation. So, because 2 people are learning from the same mentor, and one person becomes successful while the other person does not. So the only difference is themselves, right? So Deepak, let me ask you: do you think if you're learning from Kevin David and with all of his success and all of his knowledge in Shopify, which person are you gonna be?
The one with motivation. The one I'm ready to get this going. I believe that this will work. I guess the thing that's holding me back is I listen to other people and bring myself down too much because I overthink a lot of things.
Right, and you're a warrior, Deepak. You were working 5 jobs while training for the Olympics. So,
all right, pause for a sec. He goes, I'm ready to do this. Did anyone hear that, or was I the only person that heard that?
I heard it too.
What do you guys say when he's ready to do it? Got it. So you're ready to do this. So you're telling me that you're willing to commit to something like this. You're going to take the dedication, the time, the effort, and the money to go ahead and do this. Is that right? Awesome. Okay, got it then, man. So obviously here, the best thing here is to make sure that we can help you and I can give you the best path for Amazon FBA and everything we've been talking about. And I want to honor every single thing you've been sharing with me the last 35 minutes here on the call. I want to make sure the only way we can help you here is to make sure that you have a budget. Obviously, it's going to take investment. So have you been able to go ahead and set aside some capital or some money to make this happen? I know you don't have a job right now, but what do you have available to you so I can at least make this happen? 2 questions. You're already talking about budget. You're not talking about himself and the warrior. You're not coaching him. You're not consulting him because you're just wasting your time and you're wasting his time there. It's your first freaking boom, bro. Like, you're doing great. You have tonality, you have drive, you have certainty, you have the courage to bring this shit up. We teach you the 8 steps the right way, and you pick up on the language, dude, you're going to be closing booms twice a week, 3 times a week. Easily, man. Easily. What I'm hearing is great. But if the guy says, I'm ready to go, you test him. You hold him to that. And then you have him claim it. For the recording. I'm going to do it one more time for the recording because there might be people hearing it. Oh my God, what do you mean? What do you mean, Sully? Got it. So for right now, you just said that you're ready. So what I'm hearing is that you're willing to commit to this, that you're going to go ahead and put in the effort, put in the time to become one of the best students here and ensure that you're going to help your grandmother financially with the house. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to do this? Yes. Awesome, man. Awesome. So I want to make sure the way we're going to make this happen, obviously there's an investment for this. So at the moment, I know that you don't have a job, but do you have capital set aside in order for us to help you? That's the recording right there. Really dial in. Nils, where can I sign up? You hear the conviction in my voice. You hear the clarity. You hear the certainty. You're the authority. I'm not saying you're being a Dick Ruby. I'm not saying you're being the asshole. You're bringing the clarity to them to that level. Because it resonates with you to your core and it resonates to them inspiring, taking action. Not getting them all hyped up. You're a warrior. You're this. You're that. Come on now. I'm going to go bench press 185. No, that's not what we're doing here. We're making sure that we're taking the right steps to close him and transform his life. That is the art of closing. That is the art of enrolling somebody into a program that you know no matter what happens, they're going to do it. They're going to say what you say. They're going to do what you say. They're going to go ahead and listen to Kevin David. That's the difference. Dude, you dial in on what I'm telling you right now, you're going to close 2 to 3 deals a week. Everybody here. Everybody. When you hear that, and your brain just goes, oh, I'm testing him right now. No, I'm not willing to do that. Got it. So right now you're telling me you're willing to give up on everything you just mentioned to me? You're willing to give up on starting the business of your life? You're willing to give up on helping your grandma out? No. I just don't have the money. Oh, okay, man. So let's go back to the money part. So just confirm with me. At the moment, do you have any capital set aside? Or will you be able to exercise some funding options here? No, I don't have capital. All right, man. So what we do with our most successful students, they get to leverage PayPal credit. They get to leverage all the other funding options too because you're in the United States, man. For you to get the money, there's so much under the sun for you to go ahead and do that. Look at Kevin David, for example. Do you know the story of Kevin David? No, I don't. All right, let me tell you that. Kevin David left his corporate 500 job, a Fortune 500 job from top 4 biggest accounting firms in the world, funded the ninjas, that ninja lifestyle, launched 4 successful courses right now, and look where he's at. Guess what he did? He had to borrow money. So are you willing to at least look at the funding options that we have on the table for the rest of the students that are committed, the students that are decisive, the students that are willing to do whatever it takes in order to fund their dream? Will you be willing to do that? Yes, I will be. Got it, man. So before we go ahead and dive into that and I give you the entire list of the funding options, is there any reason that I need to know today that you would get denied for funding, or is your credit good? Listen to what I'm saying, right? There is freaking clarity behind that. There's energy. There's really a lot of certainty behind that. If you guys agree, put yes in the chat. Who's kind of confused right now? Who doesn't really understand what I'm saying? Be honest. Say me if you don't understand. You don't really understand what I'm talking about right now. Because this part, what I'm talking about, this is probably the biggest of the 5 C's. It's courage. You got to be bold to say this stuff. And if you're not bold enough, you don't have the courage, you're just letting another person get on the phone and say, no, man, I'm going to piss away my dreams. And you have the courage to step up and tell this guy what he really needs to hear and what it's going to take for him to do that. And you're not going to close. And you're not going to change your life. I think it's a pretty good way to end the training tonight, Dylan, because that's some powerful stuff right there. I want you guys to go ahead and dial in on this. John Lee, great job. My homework for you is really go back into the 8 steps, really dial in on the language that we're talking about here, review this, go over it, sink it in, ingrain it in the back of your head, get the certainty. You have the certainty, bro, but now it's not how you say things, it's what to say. I don't know what it is with this batch. You guys have great tonality, man. Now it's done in on what you need to say. You guys have great tonality, dude. You have freaking awesome tonality. The way you were asking those questions, dude, you was opening up. But you don't want to get that ruby when you're asking questions like what the fuck are you asking me about my grandma for? Yeah. I'm not saying it's going to come off like that, but it happens, man. You're going to have those rubies, and you have to know how to sort Tai Chi, redirect, the Aikido, man. You got to know all that. I know it's your first call, dude. And really quick, clap it up for John Lee real quick. Put it in the chat, man. That's some great stuff. I don't really think you volunteered. Hadswan volunteered you, but that's some good stuff, man. Great job.
Yeah, killer job.
So honestly, man, you got to close here. The language isn't really down, man. But I really think your closing skill is there on what you need to say that you got to do next. So I'm going to give you. It wasn't super bad. It wasn't anything crazy. Maybe 7 out of 10. Average. Like, you know, as long as you get the dial in on the next 10% on that, you're gonna be good. Before we end out, I want to do like a nice 5-minute Q&A. Before we go ahead and do that and have some people unmute your mics, what was the one thing you really learned from this call? I want everybody here to go ahead and put their number one key takeaway. The new batch, yes. The veterans, yes. The intermediate closers, yes. Everybody here, outbound, inbound, really focus in. What was number one key takeaway here? Sad stories don't matter. Stay on the straight line. Leverage their pain for commitment later. Yes. Follow the steps. I want to make sure you guys are engaging here. This is the most important part of training. What was your takeaway? Was this a valuable training to you guys? We're reviewing the new people's calls, right? We're reviewing the new batch's calls. Did we get value out of this? Awesome. Let's go ahead and do the last 5 minutes here for open Q&A. If you guys don't have any questions, we'll go ahead and save this and upload it. It'll be up in the next 24 to 48 hours.
Are we still going over the compliance?
Yes. Yeah, we got to go over compliance, right? Dylan, we got to go over compliance team. What are we doing here? Hey, we did cover a main team meeting. But all right, let's do this really quick in the chat. What's Kevin David's refund policy? Hey, Happy. Unmute your mic real quick. I can't mute you. There you go. What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good, real good.
Nice, man. Nice. I'm going to ask you a question here.
Yeah, sure.
What's Kevin David's refund policy for Amazon?
Okay, so you will only get the refund if you study less than 40%, and of course within 14 days.
Okay. So if a prospect wants to get a refund, what do they need to do?
Contact support. They have to contact support.
Yep.
And of course, before that, need to check with them what is the reason that they ask for refund. So if it's their lower self, so I need to reverse close, and if it's a valid reason, then I will let them to contact support.
Yep. That's good. Does anyone know the specific refund policy for Amazon? There's a specific refund. You hit it on the nail. You hit the nail on the head. But they need to email support a specific amount of bullet points. Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
They need to have asked a couple questions in the group. They need to contact at least 3 suppliers, I believe. Don't know all the requirements. They're in the private policy though.
Go over module 1. Yep. Answer questions and post in the group. Yep. Who didn't know that? Put in the chat. For Amazon. Dylan, did you know that?
Well, yeah, just because me and Joey had to do the quizzes the other day, but it was new to me too.
Right. Here's what's going to happen. The closer assessment is going to be handed out. And that's going to go ahead and test you guys out. This compliance is a big issue here right now, and we're going to make sure everyone knows that in terms of service as well. That being said, I don't want to go dive too deep into it, but look how many people right now in the chat didn't know that.
That's not y'all's fault, right? We haven't really been, we haven't been addressing or anything like that. Now we're not saying on every single call when people are signing up to start diving into the refund policy and all that stuff, guys. It's just if they ask about it, oh, let's take it if they ask about a refund or how does it work, right? At least you have the knowledge of what to respond. If you're sending them a link, right? If they're purchasing through your link through text message, you're fine because it's their job if they're going through a link to check out the privacy policy, to check out the refund policy, and check out terms of service, right? Anytime you buy anything online, it's their obligation. So you don't have to educate them on everything. It's just if they ask for it, and it's just something that we need to know and to make sure that we're staying compliant on. Another thing, there's another thing, so I'm trying to remember about compliancy. For like privacy policy and stuff, guys, especially with credit card information, you can't take recordings of calls and email them to each other. So don't ever download any of the recordings and email and send them over email, because again, like, credit card information, stuff like that, traveling the web, bad juju. So just simple things like that.
Is everyone clear on stuff like this? It's going to be added to the handbook, okay? Everyone please put yes in the training that this is going to be completely covered. And again, right, you guys have your leaders. Don't bombard them with questions, but you guys have your leaders. If you guys are unclear with something, man, shoot a quick Slack. Hey, man, refund policy. I'm unclear with this. Don't go in there guessing. Don't go in there unconfident. Don't go in there uncertain. Okay? We're here to support you guys. We're here to support you guys.
And hopefully everyone's still been letting them know that the call is being recorded.
Yeah.
Please finesse that.
Yeah. All right, guys. Dylan, anything else?
No, that should be it. It was a good call. Really good feedback. Just, like I said before, guys, just try to find that balance of listening to call reviews. Whether it's 15 minutes a day, whether it's 30 minutes a day, just something you can do consistently to add onto your dials. So always learn something new. There's always going to be something that you can take away from other people's boom calls that you can, tweak and get better on your own. So it's important to have that balance. So just make sure you guys are listening to call reviews on top of dialing, and you're only going to get better and better. And it's going to shorten your learning curve significantly.
Jordy,
Right.
I have a question. What would you do if I tell the prospect, should I send them the link for them to watch the webinar when they haven't gotten the chance to watch it and they say they already have a link? First of all, you never ask them, you never say to them, should I send you a link? You never say that. You never give the power to them. You say, I'm going to send you the link in an email to make sure that you have the recording. Is that okay? Yeah, it's okay. Awesome. And then you commit with me, and you can go ahead and watch that, and we can follow up tomorrow at 4 p.m. Is that going to work for you? Cool. Awesome. Yep. Should I send you the link or not? You're leading.
Yep. Always lead, gain control.
That's basically it for this week. Did you guys find this valuable? Put in the chat. You guys learn some things?
We'll have a new record to beat. So we should have had a slide on it, but actually I think we had a slide on it last week. I don't remember, but the new Niels is 2 1997s in one day. We need someone to beat that. Who's gonna beat that? We need someone besides Niels to beat that. We can't let Niels' ego get too big on this team, guys. Come on.
My ego is like, I fuck myself. I'm underperforming, man. I'm not where I should be. And where I should be is at the top of the fucking leaderboard. So Maurice, watch out, man. I'm gonna get you.
We'll see about that. Ladies and gentlemen. But all right, guys, have a good night. Hope you guys found this valuable. See you guys in the main chat. Want to see those booms lighting up. All right, guys. See you later.